Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm your host, Gabos, and we back with another video. We got the innocent girl who got lured on Kike and killed by two friends. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the first thing about Kike. What the hell is Kike? Is that like some type of social media platform? That sounds like some shit that would have been on the Psychic back in the day. Shit sounds like AIM. But every single time I see titles like this, bro, it always just reminds me of how much I just don't want daughters. And it's not to say that I have a problem with, like, if I'm a first-time parent and my first child is a daughter, it's like you got to be extra on it when it comes to girls, bro. You just got to. Typically, you know, you would like to think that girls are the innocent type that just not out here doing vengeful things, but there's a lot that goes into protection, especially if you got one of them daughters that's raised in a two-parent house where they have their father figure and they have their moms, bro. And it's like you do your best job to raise your daughter to be a law-abiding citizen, to trust the right people and stay away from dangers, and you teach them all these extra protocols that you typically probably wouldn't give to your son. But because it's your daughter, you got to be extra hands-on. And I think a parent's worst nightmare is hearing that they got killed by someone called their friend. I think it's a parent's worst nightmare that you ever hear your daughter's being harmed by someone she calls a friend. And it goes to show you, as an adult, I don't trust everybody. My circle is really small. Trust is something that's expensive to me. That shit is earned by years and years of consistency. You don't just earn my trust. And that's one thing I'm gonna implement in my kids. Like, yo, don't just give your trust to people that you cool with, to people you get along with. Make sure you give your trust to people that's earned it, that you feel comfortable around, that people that have shown you that they're about you. You know, so we don't know what happened to this innocent girl, but this is a parent's worst nightmare, obviously. But we're gonna get right into it. Damn, son, they're giving us warnings and shit like that. You know, it ain't gonna stop me from reacting, right?
So the heavy heart that I have to announce that we've located the remains of 13-year-old Nicole Madison.
Remains?
Nicole touched many people throughout her short life.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could have stopped.
In the early morning of Wednesday, January 27th, 2016, 13-year-old Nicole pushed her nightstand against her bedroom door and then climbed out of her window, taking along her phone and minion blanket. She thought she was going to meet a friend, but she had no idea of the horror that was about to befall her. This is the story of Nicole Lovell, the girl who got lured and killed by someone she trusted.
13, running away from home.
Nicole Madison Lovell was described as a sweet, lovable, and awesome girl who had a very tough life. She was born on March 5th, 2002 to her mom, Tammy Weeks, and dad, David Lovell, in Blacksburg, Virginia. Before she was even 1 year old, Nicole was diagnosed with a rare type of cancer in her liver and had to undergo a transplant. She was then put on anti-rejection medication, which she needed to take every day in order to survive. After the illness, Nicole tried to live a normal life for a while, but then when she was 4, she again got really sick and was in a coma for about 6 months. Still, she fought for her life and survived, but was left with scars on her stomach and neck due to the surgeries and treatment. As Nicole got older, she started becoming self-conscious of how she looked, and she was an easy target for bullies who called her fat and made fun of her scars. She hated going to school and would often cry and beg her mom to let her stay home from school. When this incident happened, Nicole was a 7th grader at Blacksburg Middle School. That Wednesday morning at 7 a.m., Nicole's mother, Tammy, went to wake her up for school and was shocked to find her door barricaded with a nightstand and the window open. Nicole was nowhere to be found.
Boyfriend.
Tammy said in an interview that she rushed to her truck and started calling Nicole's phone, but it went to voicemail. She then checked with Nicole's friends and a neighbor, and when she couldn't find Nicole, she called the police. Due to Nicole's medical condition, the police issued an endangered child alert, and a search was immediately launched. The police, the FBI, and Virginia Tech cadets scoured the area on foot and with drones trying to find her.
And for the last 2 days, police officers from 7 agencies have searched the ground. They are following up on every tip that comes in. A drone from Virginia Tech also aided in the search from the air. Nicole's family says they believe someone is responsible for her disappearance, and that person is making their lives a nightmare.
Around this time, a neighbor came forward with some chilling information that her daughter had told her about Nicole.
They were sleigh riding in the snow in the back on the hill, and she was talking about this boyfriend she had that was 18 and went to college, and his name was David.
Like many teenagers,
See the shit that I'm talking about, bro? I don't know how people allow this shit to happen, and maybe people don't, but I don't give a damn. My child is 13 with a boyfriend. Yo, if you my kid, and I'm speaking to my future seed, you're not in a relationship till you at least 35. I wish I was lying, bro. I really wish I was lying. I don't got no time for this. 13 years old, potentially dating some 18-year-old boy. 18 years, yo, come on, bro. Like this. These are all the warnings that a parent is afraid of when you have a daughter. These are all the warnings that a man is afraid of when you have a daughter, bro. That some little 18-year-old punk is blowing that sweet nothingness to your daughter's ear, knowing he's a brokey, but promising her the world and her just going for it. Like at 13, I can't even blame her, bro. What do you know at 13? What do you know at 13? You know what I'm saying? And for this to have cost her her life, like these are the type of like we don't even realize that there's so much power behind the decisions and the choices that we have. There's a lot of power behind making a choice, but there's also a lot of responsibility. Sometimes we can make a choice and we're not thinking that the worst case scenario is death. But half of us that end up dying is like, it comes from a bad choice that we made, thinking that it was a good one, bro. 13, I don't blame this girl, but shit, you couldn't be my daughter. You're not even allowed to talk to boys if it's my household.
Nicole
Shit.
was on various social media platforms,
Keeping in the beam, man.
Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Kik. Kik is a messaging app that's
And I'm gonna keep it 100 too. Whatever this boyfriend is, he must have never met the dad, because you meet me, I'm pulling up with the shotty. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get to know my daughter, you trying to be friends with my daughter. First of all, you never coming in my house. But if you ever want to take my daughter out type of shit, you gonna know what I got. You already gonna know that. I'm gonna be that dad in the neighborhood that everybody know owns a shotgun. It just is what it is. I got a daughter, man. I got kids. I don't got time for this. Like, you know what I'm saying? But this shit is just so unfortunate. This boy, whoever this boy is, moved like this because he never met the pops. You know what I mean?
Teenagers because of the anonymity that it provides.
I'm bringing it back a little bit. This should be so triggering.
Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Kik. Kik is a messaging app that's popular among teenagers because of the anonymity that it provides. And just for that same reason, it's also a hunting ground for pervs and predators.
I've never even heard of this shit, bro.
Self-esteem issues for most of her life, Nicole was longing for love and attention, but felt that nobody cared about her. So when she started receiving some attention from a boy she had met on Kik, she was really excited and told her friends about her new, older boyfriend. Investigators sent in an emergency disclosure request to Kik, asking the company to let them see Nicole's personal account. And what they discovered was truly troubling. It turned out that before she went missing, Nicole had been chatting with someone with a creepy username, Dr. Tombstone. The police traced the IP address to a guy by the name of David Eisenhower, an 18-year-old high-achieving engineering student at Virginia Tech who had even appeared on TV as Student Athlete of the Week.
I make my personal goals achievable, or just out of reach of achievable. That way I'm always constantly striving to better myself. If that goal becomes a record, or if that goal is past a record, or records get broken in the process, I consider that like a milestone goal, but that's not where I ultimately want to end up.
People who knew him described him as smart and charismatic, but a bit cocky. So what would such a person be doing with a 13-year-old?
Like, she looked like a kid, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to say she's not cute or anything, but she just looks like a child. You know what I mean? It's just, these mofos out here be so weird, bro. Like, as a parent, I'm thinking that someone sees my daughter who look like this, oh, she off limits. She just a kid. But some of these fucking pervs, bro, like, just be preying on just insecure teenage girls. Like,
so what would such a person be doing with a 13-year-old? On Saturday, January 30th, 3 days after Nicole's disappearance, David was picked up by the police in his dorm room and brought in for questioning. He denied having anything to do with Nicole's disappearance, but admitted to having seen her the night she went missing. According to David, he had been chatting with this girl on Kik since December 2015, but he didn't know her name, and she had told him she was 16 or 17 years old. When he went to pick her up at her home in January, he was surprised to see someone who looked to be about 11 years old climbing out of the window. David told the police that he didn't want anything to do with her, so he just drove off saying,
What a cap.
I deleted Kik, Snapchat, everything I had she could possibly have access to, because I wanted nothing to do with that. Of course, investigators did not believe him, and he was arrested and charged with abduction. Then, that same day at around 4 p.m., police made a grisly discovery in North Carolina, 80 miles from Nicole's home.
It's with a heavy heart that I have to announce that we've located the remains of 13-year-old Nicole Madison Lovell. As investigators progressed through the afternoon, we were able to determine an approximate area where she might be found. Virginia State Police were dispatched to the general area at approximately 4 o'clock this afternoon, and she was located just inside the North Carolina border.
Her naked body was found in the woods with 14 knife wounds. Her neck had been broken by a blunt object, and it was revealed that she could have still been alive when it happened. David's DNA was found under Nicole's fingernails. When investigators later searched his car, they found several other incriminating pieces of evidence, including a shovel, which had her bloody fingerprints on it, and red stains, which matched Nicole's DNA. A look at his laptop revealed some very chilling Google searches that he had made the day Nicole disappeared, such as knockout drugs, and how long does it take to burn a body, and how does the TV serial killer Dexter get rid of bodies. It was also discovered that the area where Nicole's body had been found was a little over 4 miles from David's grandparents' home. This was more than enough evidence for the police to charge David with a felony count of murder, as well as the previous abduction charge. But there was more. During his interrogation, David had named another engineering student by the name of Natalie Keepers as his alibi, but later, police learned that she was actually his accomplice. Like David, Natalie was a freshman at Virginia Tech and was described as extremely smart and academic.
Look at the look in her eyes, bro. Oh my God, son. These killers out here, these young killers who are out here. You walk past these people every single day and don't think nothing of it. Like you would have showed me that other white dude, I would have looked at him like, oh, nothing of it. All right, school, athlete, he likes to run, all right, whatever, he's smart, charismatic. You're not thinking these people are out here plotting on abducting a 13-year-old, stabbing her, and then killing her for absolutely no reason. Like, why do y'all people exist, bro? Every single day I look at myself in the mirror, and I wouldn't classify myself as weird, but I have weird habits. I think it's okay to have weird habits in life. Like some of us like to pass gas in front of the mirror. I have a friend that likes to chew on napkins. You know what I mean? Like, we all have weird habits that just doesn't make sense to the universe. But one weird habit I can't get behind, bro, is just the sensation from wanting to kill people. I just don't get it. Like, growing up, I used to think you had to do something wrong to someone for someone to want to kill you. Nah, bro. These people are just wired like that. And every single, look at her eyes, bro. Look at her eyes. That shit is very telling. You know, I always want to sit there and ask these people, like, where did it all go wrong? You know, jail is avoidable, right? Like, we don't have to die in prison. But where did it all go wrong where your bad habit or your weird habit is wanting to kill people?
Academically driven. She had even interned at NASA.
Finding a job in this economy has gotten to be extremely important.
Police
you
went
gotta
to
worry about that no more.
dorm room to question her about her involvement with David. But when they got there, they found red stains on her boots and a gym bag that contained Nicole's red-stained Minion blanket, along with some other stuff belonging to Nicole. The bloody handprint on the shovel also turned out to be Natalie's. She was immediately arrested and charged with accessory before the fact and concealing of human remains. Although Natalie denied being present when the murder took place, she admitted to helping David cover up the crime by disposing of Nicole's body. She went on to give a chilling account of how everything happened. Apparently, David and Nicole had met at least one time before she disappeared, and he reportedly feared that she could be pregnant. Scared that everyone would know that he was having an inappropriate relationship with an underage girl, he decided to get rid of her. Natalie told the police that David came to her in a panic and told her how he planned to lure Nicole out of her home one night, take her to a remote area, and cut her throat. She claimed that David forced her to help him dispose of the body, but as investigators would later find out, this was actually not the case.
I wouldn't have liked him to do anything. Even if I had to see him do that to her. And the first thing I I would have done is start the car and drove.
Police found messages on Kik where the two were discussing possible ways of getting rid of Nicole, including switching her medication to cyanide pills. GPS data from David's car showed them scouting the location of the murder, and they were also captured by surveillance cameras buying a shovel at Walmart. According to Natalie, David went to Nicole's home Wednesday, January 27th.
It's funny how people don't know that there are cameras everywhere. Like, yeah, I mean, like, look at this. Got him.
Murder. And they were also captured by surveillance cameras buying a shovel at Walmart. According to Natalie, David went to Nicole's home Wednesday, January 27th at around 1 a.m. to pick her up under the guise of taking her out on a date. Instead, he drove to a nearby wooded area and mowed her to death. Nervous about the growing media attention, David and Natalie then moved Nicole's body the next day to North Carolina. On the way, they stopped by Walmart and bought some cleaning supplies such as bleach, wipes, and rubber gloves, where they were later found in Nicole's room. When Natalie was later asked why she did it, she replied, and I quote, "I was excited to be a part of something secretive and special." How sick is that? Natalie pleaded guilty to concealing a body but fought the accessory charge, saying that she didn't know that David would actually go through with his plan. Choking back the tears, she pleaded with the jury and begged Nicole's family to forgive her, saying that she never intended for it to happen.
I pray for your family, everything. I'm so sorry. I wish I could have stopped.
Looking into the eyes of someone that's only sorry that they got caught, bro. Don't let these Karen tears fool you. She knew exactly what that man was up to, but now she was just like, oh, I didn't know he was going to go through with it. Everybody's always sorry after the fact. The warnings were there. You could have called the cops. You could even warn the girl prior, right? You could have did all these things, but you were just so shocked that he actually went through with killing her. And not saying anything, mind you. When everybody was looking for the body, you didn't say nothing. You didn't step forward and be like, yo, I know where she's at. Nah, all these tears come when you're arrested and you got to face a jury. The way people be throwing their lives away, man, you would have thought there was a do-over. I would say, man, maybe criminals know something that we don't know. Maybe life in prison is like a cheat code for a second chance.
So sorry. I wish I could have stopped.
The jury, of course, did not buy this, and after deliberating for about 90 minutes, they found her guilty and recommended that she be sentenced to 40 years in prison. David pleaded no contest to the murder charges and was sentenced to 50 years in prison. When given a chance to speak, he apologized to Nicole's family, saying that he regretted what he did to her.
It is my deepest regret, and I'm aware my actions have serious consequences. Nothing can ever undo what has been done, and for that, I am deeply, sincerely, and forever sorry.
Despite the people responsible for her daughter's death going to prison, Nicole's mother, Tammy, later said that she did not get any closure because she still couldn't understand why they had to kill her little girl.
Coley had a passion for pandas, music, dancing, dreamed of being on American Idol someday. Her favorite color was blue. Nicole was a very lovable person. Nicole touched many people throughout her short life.
What do you think about this case? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, and if you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more.
Whatever I thought I said during the video, bro, I just, like, you can't have daughters and not properly prepare them for the real world. It doesn't matter how old they are, doesn't matter what skin color they are. I believe you got to prepare girls for this world at a very early age. Like, life ain't all roses, flowers, and the Disney Channel, son. Shit get real out here. You know what I mean? Like, they killed it for nothing. Killed it for nothing. The dude that didn't want to take accountability. You slept with a 13-year-old, weirdo, afraid that she gets pregnant, so you had your accomplice help you kill her. Like, it's really all on the guy. The chick, the accomplice, it is what it is. Like, you got 40 years to think about your actions, right? But the guy, 50 years, it should have just been life. Nigga, you killed a 13-year-old girl for nothing. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all thought. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Road to 20K humbly. I'm gonna holler at you guys in the next video. Tough stuff, man. RP to the victim. 13 years? I didn't even know you could die at 13. Damn shame.